Hello everyone, my name is Chadney and I'll be telling you about my board game, The Journey of the Fool, today. I decided to create a board game because I love playing board games most, and I really didn't think there was anything similar to the game I created. I chose an astrological and tarot theme for my game because I've been studying astrology and tarot for many years now, and I've always thought that it would be cool to incorporate those subjects into something like a board game that can not only be fun but also teach someone who may not know a whole lot about those topics a little bit more about it and really just incorporate those things and into a fun activity that I can enjoy with my friends and family. Um, Going back to the play test, I didn't really make any changes. Overall, I did receive a lot of good feedback. Everyone really seemed to enjoy themselves, and overall, I think it went pretty well. So at this time, I didn't make any changes to the final product. However, if I do decide to make any alterations later on, I might just make the board a smaller size, something a little more compact. The way the game works is players will start out by using the spinner right here. As you can see, we have the Earth's elements listed on the spinner: Earth, Air, Fire, and Water, with the corresponding zodiac signs for those elements. So the way the game begins is each player will take a turn spinning the spinner. Depending on what element they land on, they will select a character from that group, and they will use that character to play throughout the game. I created 16 characters total, and here we have my 4 Earth characters. And these are the character cards that pretty much just have a few details about each character. Their birth date, zodiac sign, best and worst matches, tarot cards that correspond to their zodiac signs. And then for each character, they also have their own pawn. So I created smaller versions of the characters that players can use to move throughout the board. And those are the Earth characters. We have the Air characters. These are their character cards with their information. And then we also have Fire and Water. So here are some of the pawns. There's 3 of the water. We have our character cards for the water and the fire as well. See, each character card has the element, the zodiac sign with the symbol, the birth date, the name of the character, and then the information is on back. Each pawn is put into a bag to match the element of the character. So here we have a green bag that comes with 4 crystals for the character. And the way the game works is you have to be the first player to make it to the end to collect the treasure, which are more crystals here. And once you make it to the end, you have to have at least 3 crystals. During my playtest, I noticed that many of the players did end with at least 3, but many of them actually ended with more than 3. I also have some pencils here and some scratch paper with little symbols. This is one that we used for one of the play tests. The challenge card that the player had was they had to draw their version of the Lover's Tarot card, and this is what they drew. We have a timer here. It's a 1-minute timer. There are some timed questions. I will get to that in a bit. And I have my dice. We have the zodiac symbol dice and we have the numbered dice. So the way these work, obviously with the numbered dice, you move the amount of spaces that's on the die. And with the zodiac dice, if you roll your zodiac symbol, you get to move an additional amount of spaces, or choose a card from this deck, or you might have the option to earn a crystal. I do have 2 decks that I created. This is the tarot deck, and basically these cards have different tarots on them. So this would be the Princess of Wands. We have Strength. And on these cards, you would choose one of those if you land on one of the tarot spaces. So the tarot spaces say draw a card from the tarot deck. If you pull your major arcana card, take 1 crystal from any player. If you pull your minor arcana, move 1 space. If you don't pull your card, you move back 2 spaces. So that's just a little special space on the board where you would draw a tarot deck card. Any other space, any colored space on the board, you are going to pull one of the challenger question cards. This one says your intuition is working hard and you're able to channel your highest self. You are the high priestess. Move 3 spaces. So we have some pawns here. They would basically just move throughout the board, collecting crystals, losing crystals throughout the gameplay. Whoever makes it to the end first would win the game and the treasure at the end. If it's a 2-player game, if at any point one of the players runs out of crystals, the other player automatically wins. Okay, that is my game, The Journey of the Fool.